Hey everyone, and welcome to Isms by Josie. Today on Longish and every other weekend, I'm working on my index and middle finger, and we're going to be doing my first ever sweater design along with an icicle twist. For my returning subscribers, thank you so much for tuning in, and for my new viewers, please consider subscribing, share, hit that like button, leave a comment below, and click on that notification bell for future videos. So I'm starting off by putting on some clear tape to indicate where I'm going to be putting this sweater design. I wanted it to be on a bias on this tip, and I'm going to be doing this to both nails. So I'm just adjusting this tape to where it's kind of even-steven. And after I do that, I'm going to be applying the background colors. To start, I'm going to be using this Rosalind gel polish A609, and I'm going to be applying 2 coats of this. While this clear tape is on there, I am free to apply the gel polish as I normally would, stopping before the clear tape ends. And once I finish covering the area that I want to polish, just going to remove the tape, clean up the lines, and give that a cure. For the other nail, I'm going to use Born Pretty's CG028. For those that don't know, I am affiliated with Born Pretty, so I'm going to leave the link of my discount code as well as the actual discount code for you to use. And in addition, I'm putting a matte top coat onto both nails so that I can mull out the gloss for the sweater design. But yes, please consider using the discount code. It will help me support my family and get more videos out to you. So after that's cured, I'm going to start this cable stitch. I actually do knit, and I have done the cable stitch before, but this is going to be my official first time doing the sweater design. I've seen many videos of this being done, and I don't know, I've been discouraged to do this, or at least try it out. I kind of did once, but it wasn't really finished. But yeah, so I'm gonna try this technique of putting gel polish down first and then coating it with some acrylic and then curing it. But so I'm just gonna lay down these cable stitches. It's making me miss knitting quite a bit. I've actually been staring at my tote that I keep near my desk. And the problem is I just don't have the time, or the other problem is I knit away and I really don't have any. I could find use for it, but I normally just give them away, and I don't want to keep giving away my work. So I tried putting it on Etsy and it never really took off. So I just kind of slowed down on the knitting. Well, I would make a ton of different stuff, sweaters being one. I've never made a full sweater for people because I don't have that patience. I tend to start big projects and then stop them. I even gone as far as trying to knit a blanket, this time with the jumbo yarn, and you would think that it would have taken me a lot faster to do, considering I've been knitting for I don't know, 2 decades now, but like, I haven't finished that blanket, and I think I started a little bit before the pandemic, I think, or maybe a little after, I can't remember, but the fact that I can't remember means it was a long time ago, And I will finish it someday because I would like to have a really cute throw to put around the living room or bedroom, but I can't for some reason finish large projects. But I have done sweaters for wine bottles, which has been on my Etsy. I've done what do they call them? It's like koozies for mugs, what I call them, sweater mugs, and they come with pockets too, so you can store for the mugs like tea bags, sugar packets, and for the wine bottles you can store the cork, little corkscrew openers. But yeah, that's as far as I've gone doing the knitting thing. So this is kind of new to me, and I really hope that it comes out okay. I mean, based on the videos I've seen, it's pretty cute and pretty close to knitting, but it doesn't look the same to me. So I still feel like I'm doing this wrong. So if anybody has any input from the end result, I mean, maybe it's just my eyes because I do knit. To me, it doesn't look like a cable stitch. It does a little, but not really. So if there's any insight, just leave a comment below. If you're watching this far, thank you so much for tuning in. Go ahead and click that like button. It really helps my channel out, and I greatly appreciate your support. So I'm going to time lapse the rest of this sweater nail, and then I'll pop back in when we do the other nail, which is going to be in a different color. So again, we're going to start the same process that we did on the previous nail. I'm going to be drawing up these cable stitches along with the side. Well, this time I'm starting with the side lines. When I was doing the previous nail, I started with the cable stitch, and I realized that I wasn't going super straight. So in order to avoid that happening again, I've learned to start with these lines on the side and then kind of gauge the space in between to do the cable stitching. So this is a learning process. And I chosen these colors because they do kind of make me feel like wintry, sweatery. Like the one on my index, I actually have a sweater in this color. And it's like one of my favorite sweaters. So that's why I used that color. And then for the green, like I've said in my previous videos, it reminds me of evergreens. So that, evokes the whole winter feel. So that is why I chose this color. But I'm finding that with these cable stitches in person, the index finger color is actually a tougher color to visualize the cable stitching, whereas the green, you can see it as clear as day. So who knows, maybe next year I'll do more of these sweater designs and test out different colors. I see more videos doing like a white or a light blue, and I thought maybe about doing that, but I wanted to do something different in a different color. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to try different colors next time and see what ends up looking the best. I mean, here in video it looks super dark, which is why I did a close-up to both nails. But I'm telling you, in person, the green one just looks so pretty. And the lines are so defined. Whereas the index finger color, it just, I guess maybe it might be a little too light, but it's getting a little faded out. For this next part, I wanted to transition into the icicle by applying some glitter. I'm using this Born Pretty holographic glitter. Again, I'll leave a link in the description box below with my discount code so that you can go and look this up if you're interested. I personally love the glitter gels that I got from Born Pretty. I did a demo for them on my PR video for Born Pretty not too long ago, and I like how it applies. The glitter is just so abundant in this bottle that there isn't a moment where you put down the gel and it just, you know, there isn't glitter. There's always glitter. Which is good because I have experienced other brands where it seems like there's the same amount of glitter, but it wants to stay on the brush, and it's just disappointing to me. So as like the backgrounds, I did 2 coats of this because I want to make sure that this collar is going to be inundated with super glitter, and I'm keeping it in line with the background bias that we have here in an angle. And I'm going to choose a different glitter for the other nail after this. So let's just watch. If you're watching this far, thank you so much for tuning in. Go ahead and click that like button. It really helps my channel out, and I greatly appreciate your support. For the middle finger, I am using another Born Pretty holographic glitter, and I am repeating the same process we did before. I taped off a section in the same direction as we did with the background color, and I'm going to be applying 2 coats of this. This is probably one of my newly favorite glitter colors because, as I mentioned in the unboxing PR video, this is quite similar to one of my favorite lacquer polishes of all time. So I was really excited to get this glitter because I was not expecting, first of all, these glitters to come out the way that they did. Like I said, it's just inundated with glitter. So it's really hard not to put down the brush and not have glitter go down onto the nail. But this color is just, you know, just perfect. I'm not a yellow gold person. So this is a night, well, in the lacquer polish, it's called Game of Chromes. So I'm guessing it's a word play on a chrome color. I don't think this is you know, that's a chrome at all, if you've ever seen me use it in my other videos. So this color being similar to that one, I mean, guys, let me know. Do you think that looks like a chrome color? I just don't see it. Well, regardless, the color is super pretty. So what we're going to be doing next is this striping tape. This is another piece of product I have that I hardly ever use because I just personally don't like striping tape. But I'm going to be using it in this design, and I'm just going to block off these 2 areas. I want it to be distinct and separate. So this would be a great way to kind of break up the textures. We have a lot of textures going on in this design. We have the sweater nail cable stitch running down the nail with the acrylic, making it look rough and tumbly. And then we have the super smooth and shiny striping tape. And then we have this textured look with the holographic glitter. And it doesn't end there. I love the different textures. I'm going to line both sides of this stripe of glitter. And then at the very tip of the nail, I'm going to be doing an icicle look. So it's kind of a play on letting you know that it's cold outside and you need a sweater. So I think in my title, leave a comment below, click the like button if you catch it. My title is going to be, part of my title is going to include Baby It's Cold Outside, one of my fun songs, winter songs, even though it's kind of like dubbed as inappropriate, but you know, it's just the tune, the beat, I guess. But anyway, yeah, that song just doesn't sound terrible. But moving on, to seal in the striping tape, which is the reason why I don't like striping tape, I'm going to take my Madam Glam top coat and I'm just going to coat this whole section here, trying not to get onto that sweater nail because it's supposed to be matte. But I'm doing that to seal in that striping tape because it does peel if you don't seal it in. And I don't know why they all do it. Like, they've got this plastic film over the Mylar, I guess to protect it and keep it shiny. But once you put it on your nail, it tends to peel away. So after that happens, the Mylar is exposed. And then if you scratch your nail, if the surface is scratched on anything, or just the wear and tear of also just washing your hands too, that Mylar color is going to kind of wash away and then you're going to lose your design. So on the other nail, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to block off that glitter stripe with a different color striping tape. I have like a pack of striping tape that I would love to give away, but I've already probably opened most of them, and I don't really have much use for striping tape, so I have to kind of incorporate striping tape in my designs every now and then, because I just don't like things to, if I have it, why not use it, right? So if I didn't mention, I am using my fine detail scissor to trim the striping tape on the edges. It doesn't have to be super perfect, because once you seal that in with the top coat, you want to file it even Steven with the edges of your nail, and then you want to reseal it with top coat, just to make sure that after you trim that striping tape and file it down even with the edge, you're not leaving an air gap, because that will just start eating away at your design, I think, you know, and it might peel and rip your top coat finish. I don't know, I'm just guessing, right? So I just like to make sure that I seal everything in. So just make sure that you do that, especially when you're working with like striping tape, or you know, decals, or water stickers, because they can lift on their own and just rip off your top coat. You want to make sure that all the edges are secure. And plus, it might be the fact that I'm going to do an icicle, the tip, the edges will become jagged and could end up scratching you. So you definitely want to smooth that all out so you have a nice smooth edge. And you'll see what I'm talking about once I give this a cure and we move on to the next step of adding the icicle look to the tip. So next we're going to do a quick and easy icicle. I've seen so many ways doing this. This is probably my easiest way to make that texture. I've seen some other people use aluminum foil, which I thought was very interesting, but could be costly since aluminum foil is more expensive than using saran wrap. So I'm going to show you how I do it. I'm going to put, you know, just a generous layer of top coat. I haven't really tried putting a very thin layer. I guess you can try it out and let me know if the effect is the same, but I put a generous layer just so that the crevices that I make with this saran wrap, that top coat gets sunken in there to create the crackle in the icicles that you need. So I'm putting this down, and you know what? I've used this saran wrap, this piece specifically, so many times that I think the natural stick that saran wrap has doesn't really have it in this piece anymore. But what should happen is once you make contact with the top coat, it should just stick there and kind of get sucked into that tip. But because it's not happening with this old piece of saran wrap, I'm just bunching it up and creating my own wrinkles and trying to keep it in there. I also feel too, it's easier to do it on the convex side of the nail. So the convex side is on the surface of the nail. What I just put the saran wrap in is called the concave side. That's just some maybe useless information. But for this nail, I'm kind of just gonna shorten this process. I was laying it down flat in the first place, and I said, you know what, let's just do it an easier way. I'm gonna roll or crunch up the saran wrap and bunch it in the beginning and just place it inside the nail, the underside of the nail. So yeah, I think that the fact that this is the concave side, the curve of the nail is kind of preventing it from getting sucked onto the top coat. But as you see with the index finger, it's looking crackly, and I'm expecting to have more crackle with this nail because I'm going to be bunching it in the beginning and not lying it flat and then crunching it up. If you're watching this far, thank you so much for tuning in. Go ahead and click that like button. It really helps my channel out and I greatly appreciate your support. And lastly, I'm going to be using this Nourish Cuticle Oil by Gelish and apply it to my fingers and rub that stuff in. I do admit I tried to be careful around the edges, but then I said screw it. So I went around everything and then I just nail cleansed the sweater so that I can restore that matte finish on the sweater design part. And this is the end result, my sweater into icicle design. I love this. It's got that holographic glitter stripe, and those icicles came out so cool. Pun intended. Well, thank you for joining me on another episode of Longish and Every Other Weekend. This is Isms by Josie. Please share, like, and subscribe for future videos, and join me again next time. We have Goody Two Shoes video, a tribute video, and I have another Roslyn PR unboxing video. And I'll see you again next time. Thanks. Bye.